justice and peace, and equality.
Game Changers Magazine, Game Changers Media Network, Voices of the Village podcast, where change starts with conversation. We're back with the Honorable Judge James D. Boles, Henry County State Court Judge. My guy, doing phenomenal things in the community, making sure you're making an impact. Now, you got an election coming up. You've been in office 9 months. Tell us your campaign. What's your plan for the community and taking Henry County F.A.R?
So as far as my acronym,
okay.
So fair, accessible, respect, F.A.R.
Okay.
What F.A.R means to me is I think with good leadership, Henry County continues to show the entire state of Georgia exactly what we can be.
Right.
And I mean a pillar of Metro Atlanta. I mean showing growth in the development and offering things to people within our county that attracts people from other places to want to come to Henry County.
Definitely.
By way of growth in fine dining and shopping boutiques and that sort of thing. But let's be clear, I'm not running to be a commissioner here. I'm a state court judge. So how does that relate back? Well, Henry County is growing both in population density and in the things that we have to offer as attractions for people to be in Henry County.
Okay.
With that growth in population density, it increases the needs on our court systems.
Okay.
Our calendars grow larger. Our presence in courtroom becomes more continuous, where judges before me, and I mean 10, 15 years ago, I don't mean before me 9 months ago.
Right.
10, 15 years ago, maybe they had court, 2 days a week or something like that. I have court at average 4 days a week, and sometimes I have court 5 days a week.
Wow. Okay.
We try not to have court on Fridays. It's just not convenient for people. The courthouse staff doesn't like it. People don't like to come to court on Fridays.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But sometimes it's necessary because we have that kind of need because we're so busy. In fact, I mentioned earlier we just got our 5th state court judge, former Solicitor General, now Judge Pamela Bettis.
Okay.
Because the state legislature looked at our population growth and the density there and said Henry County is going to need another judge. And at the rate that we're growing, it's not going to be long before we need a 6th state court judge.
Right.
We need a 5th Superior Court judge. I mean, that's just kind of that's part of progress.
Okay.
Is seeing that growth. So that means that there are more people that we have to help because it's just common sense. It doesn't have anything to do with an increase in crime that has that reflects anything negatively upon our community. What it is just simply with more people you get more offenses. That's how that works. I don't know the numbers or the percentages, but I'm sure there's a direct correlation to something as simple as traffic citations with population growth. It's common sense.
Yeah, definitely. And I think with growth comes opportunity to make sure that we provide the county government has the responsibility of serving people at the best capacity that they can. Not just the county, the state, so from all levels. So we definitely need growth in those areas. Now, do we have 6 courtrooms in the state court building, or how does that look?
No, we don't have six courtrooms in the state court building. And in fact, we just had to convert a room that was sometimes used to supplement court into a full-time courtroom for Judge Bettis, and that was a project and undertaking all in of itself. There are big plans in Henry County. We're looking to build a new courthouse to get out of the Superior Court building that's in the square of McDonough. Right now, within the state court building, both juvenile and magistrate court are also in that building. Eventually, those buildings are going to be, or those offices, so those different levels of court are going to be moved into different and even new buildings. I believe there's been some concept for building like almost a judicial campus out towards the jail to facilitate, having people that are incarcerated be able to get into court and to ease the access upon the sheriff's department for facilitating that transport and stuff like that. So there's a lot of change that's in the work for Henry County, and it's because we have new needs, because we have a lot more people here and we have a lot to deal with as a result.
Man, and I see you guys are building, like these roads are expanding out here right in front of our office, building another 4 4-lane highway, more accessibility to the, I believe that's the, what building is that? The annex building.
Yes,
the annex building that leads to the courthouse, that leads to from the courthouse to the jail. I mean, to the government facilities. So I can see the infrastructure developing, and a lot of people don't look at it like, okay, well, judges aren't a part of the infrastructure. Well, they are a part of the infrastructure, because once you get that traffic ticket, go through the cycle. You gotta come see a judge if you don't pay it. So it's a full circle thing. Why should the citizens of Henry County vote for James D. Boles?
The citizens of Henry County should vote for me for the 3 principles that I've given.
Okay.
Because when you come to court and you see a judge, you want to be treated fairly.
Okay.
When you reach out to a judge or to a judge's office, you want that judge and his staff to communicate with you, and you want them to be accessible.
Okay.
And when you're in court, you want to be treated with respect.
Okay.
That's the reason that the people of Henry County should vote for me. I've been in office now for 9 months. For the last 9 months, I've exemplified those 3 principles, and I intend to continue to do so as long as I sit on the bench. I intend to continue to serve the community through diversion programs, through mental health court programs, to meet the needs of the individuals that are within our community and can benefit from that sort of resource. We need to see people have their second chance.
Okay.
And I intend, as long as I sit on the bench, to make sure that people are getting that second chance, and they're getting so while being treated with dignity and respect.
Man, awesome, man. Where can people find more about your platform, learn more about you online, stay connected with you, throughout the process of making sure that they support Judge Boles 2026? Absolutely.
So James D. Boles, James, letter D, Boles on Facebook. Website Boles, Boles, F.A.R, HenryCounty.com, BolesForHenryCounty.com. And we're working on an Instagram page right now. It's going to be Keep Judge Boles at Instagram and on all platforms.
Definitely, man. Definitely. Now, before you go, we want to thank you for taking out the time, sharing your story, learning who you are, your commitment to rehabilitating individuals and creating stronger families. I know you have a passion for that. We were talking about that during the break, making sure people are back with their families, being productive citizens of the community. Please, again, tell us why that's such a value to you.
Yeah, so, look, as a criminal defense attorney, I've came across people who were in some of the hardest times that they've ever dealt with in their life. And a lot of times those interactions with law enforcement that led to them being accused of a crime is a direct result of substance abuse issues or mental health issues. Okay. With veterans that have suffered with PTSD. I seldom came across a case where there wasn't a cause to the effect of being accused of a crime.
Okay.
And I think it's important that we look for that cause.
Okay.
So that is the reason that I'm so motivated in helping people case by case basis to find what it is that is the reason that they've found themselves having a negative interaction with law enforcement, and finding out how we can treat that, how we can address that issue, to break the cycle of recidivism, to see them not continue to be charged with crimes, to be a more productive member of our community. Because ultimately, the better quality of person we have in our community, the more our community is going to thrive.
Definitely, man. And any campaign kickoff or any type formal meetings that's coming up in April, what can our community look forward to, meet and greet Judge James Boles? Yeah, so we're looking at speaking April 28th with Kiwanis Club. That's going to be at the Golden Corral at noon. Okay. Lions Club meets at, not Lions Club, Rotary Club meets at Macon Street Tacos every Thursday. Okay. I'll do some speaking engagements there as well. Okay. We are looking at events coming up on, I think 2 Thursdays from today, which is the 1st of the month. I know this is going to release on the 15th, so about the time this releases, probably going to be doing an event somewhere around the area of like Heritage Park or something like that as well. Okay. So we've got some things that are in the work. We're going to put out the messages on social media, all platforms, the website, the website Boles for Henry County, social media on all platforms, Keep Judge Boles, and Facebook James D. Boles. Definitely, man. Again, want to thank you for taking the time out to come on the show. Anybody you would like to give a special shout out to, any entity, anything you would like to leave our audience with before you go?
Yeah, shout out to all of my courtroom staff. I depend and rely on them every day. I have phenomenal staff. Everybody in my courtroom, from the deputies, my deputy Josette Storr, my bailiff Mr. Eric Grace.
Okay.
These people are people that I rely on every day, and without them I couldn't do my job. My fellow judges, our clerk Lynn Policaro. You know I can't go home if I don't give a shout out to my wife Leslie Boles. Always have to keep it close to home.
Definitely.
My mother Lisa Boles, my sister Tori Helms, and brother-in-law Brendan Helms, and I have a brand new niece that was born in January. She's
wow.
my namesake. Her name is Charlotte James.
Okay.
And my nephew Harrison Helms. Shout out to all of my family. And sir, thank you so much for giving me the platform to come on your podcast and speak. I appreciate everything that you do within the community, and I appreciate the opportunity.
Definitely. And I want to give you much respect, because what most people don't understand, this guy took the interview, no questions sent to him prior. Everything we said was fresh out the hook. So he gave it to you real and raw, making sure that he was transparent with the community. We submitted no questions to Judge. He came in here brave and making sure that, hey man, I'm going to stand in the paint, make sure I stand transparent. And we thank you for that. And that means a lot, because the community deserves someone who's real, raw, relevant, and going to speak truth to power. Okay?
Yes, sir.
You guys, thank you for tuning in to Voices of the Village podcast. Phenomenal episode with Judge James D. Boles, Henry County State Court Judge, taking our community far. You know, April 27th is early election starts. All across Georgia, it's a major election. I want to encourage people to get out to vote. April 27th to May 13th is early voting. Election day is May 19th. Exercise your right to vote, and make sure you vote for the person that reflects your values and the things that you believe in is going to be the best fit for your community. All right? Not just who's popular. We thank you guys for all you do, and all you do to tune in every Wednesday, watching our show, supporting our show. Again, thank you to our sponsors, Five-Star Credit Union. A big shout out to the city of McDonough, Game Changers Magazine, Game Changers Media Network, Voices of the Village podcast, will change stars for conversation. You guys, thank you.
Justice and peace and equality. Now the world they will see.